You know what messes people up the most? It's not your anger, it's not your words, it's the silence. The silence that says, I'm done, but I don't need to tell you. Right now, you probably think doing something will fix it, blocking them, texting them, proving your worth. But let me tell you something, the most powerful move you can ever make is no move at all. Because when you stop reacting, they stop feeling in control. When you stop explaining, they stop feeling important. When you stop showing up, they start questioning everything. Today, I'm going to walk you through what really happens when you choose silence, not to punish, but to protect your peace, and how that decision starts haunting them in ways you'll never have to explain. Let's get into it. Point 1. When you pull back, their illusion shatters. They built a version of you in their head, someone who always forgives, who always replies, who always sticks around no matter what. But the moment you pull back without warning, that version dies, and with it, their control. See, they weren't just attached to you, they were addicted to how predictable you were. They knew you'd break your silence eventually. They knew you'd check on them. Until now. Now, you're just gone. No texts, no reactions, no explanations, and it drives them crazy. Not because you left, but because they never thought you would. You didn't break the connection. You broke the illusion that they could always come back. Point 2. They feel the shift before they admit it. You don't need to say a word for them to feel the change. They feel it when their phone doesn't light up. They feel it when their posts don't get a view from you. They feel it in the quiet moments when they expect you to reach out and you don't. But here's what's powerful. They won't admit it. They'll act like nothing's changed, post louder, pretend harder, but deep down, they feel that silence creeping in, and they start checking, waiting, wondering, because they feel the shift before they ever admit the loss. Point 3. Your stillness becomes their storm. Most people expect a reaction. Even if it's anger, it gives them reassurance that they still matter to you. But when you do nothing, when you're just still, that's when their mind becomes the storm. That's when they start asking themselves questions they never wanted to ask. Did I go too far? Did I lose them for good? Why aren't they reacting? You don't have to rage. You don't have to block. Just stop showing up. Because sometimes the loudest scream is not replying at all. Point 4. Time starts working against them. At first, they feel free. They think they made the right choice. They think you'll be back. But the longer the silence stretches, the heavier it becomes. Every day you stay gone is a message they can't unread. Every moment you don't respond, the door they thought they left half open slowly locks. And time, oh man, time is ruthless. Because eventually, the silence they thought they could ignore becomes the only thing they hear. Point 5. You become unreachable, not just unavailable. There's a difference between being gone and being unreachable. Gone means they can still text, still stalk your stories, still hope. But unreachable, that means your energy is no longer there. It means you've healed, you've outgrown them, and now you're not someone they can touch anymore, not even emotionally. That's when it gets real, because now, even if they wanted to come back, they know they don't even know who you've become. And that is terrifying. Point 6. You flip the narrative without saying a word. They thought they were the one walking away. They thought you'd be the one hurting. But now you flip the script without drama, without rage, without explanation. And it hits them when they least expect it, in the quiet moments when their ego drops and the truth shows up. Because the person they were sure they could ignore has now become the person they can't stop thinking about. You didn't win by fighting. You won by disappearing gracefully. Point 7. Your glow up becomes their gut punch. Let's be real. Your silence won't just make them wonder, it'll make them watch. And one day they're going to scroll by your life and see it glowing without them. You smiling, you working on yourself, you leveling up in peace. And that moment, that's when it hits like a punch to the chest, because they were so sure they broke you. But you didn't just survive, you transformed. And there's no coming back from that realization. Point 8. You become the lesson. They weren't ready to learn. At some point, they'll have to admit it. They lost something real. And that lesson, it won't come through your words. It'll come through your absence. Your silence becomes the teacher they never wanted but desperately needed. They'll try to distract themselves, replace you, pretend you didn't matter. But that never works, because no one forgets the person who walked away without begging, without drama, just pure self-respect. You became the consequence, and they'll feel it every time they meet someone who doesn't even come close to who you were. So if you're sitting in silence right now, wondering if it's working, trust me, it's working in ways you'll never have to witness. They feel it, even if they never say it, and when they finally realize what they lost, you'll be too evolved to even look back. Drop this in the comments if you feel it. My silence speaks for me. And remember, sometimes doing nothing is exactly what shakes them to their core.